Hi, I'm Brad with fitness-equipment-source.com. We're at Johnson Fitness Center in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm with Rachel Kraft. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel, for being my videographer today. So Rachel and I have been videoing all sorts of equipment. Definitely check out the treadmills and various elliptical sites. So the machine that I want to take just a moment of your time to share with you is actually Vision. And Vision, guys, it's available in specialty fitness stores. It's definitely one of my favorite pieces of equipment that we've been looking at today. So I'm 40 years old, I'm 5'10", I weigh 100 and X pounds, 175 to be exact. I actually have some back issues from birth, unfortunately. It's a birth defect, and there's just not enough room in my spinal column for the actual cord itself to go through where those nerves and endings are. So when certain types of activities that I do personally, it will agitate that area in my back. And so I really need to conscientious of my health. I want to live healthy and invest in my health, but certain pieces of equipment just really agitate. Certain impacts, if I'm running outside, it agitates my back. And so this is something that for me personally really drives home. And because of that, I have a membership at my local gym, and I visited many gyms over the years. Well, about to lose my microphone here. Just put that back on. So I've visited many gyms over the years, and guys, I can tell you, an elliptical machine is not an elliptical machine is not an elliptical. And what I mean by that is there's so many variations of different types of stride patterns, motions. Some of the machines that I get on, I notice that it's simply my knees are going up and down, and it's just not a comfortable position. Now, one of the things about Johnson that's impressive, and of course Johnson is the corporate center for Horizon, for Vision, and also Matrix. And you guys may be familiar with Matrix at your health club, the gym that you go to, the hotel, things like that. And so we're seeing that commercial line of technology even trickle down to what you and I are available to purchase now for our home use. Excuse me. So I just want to, I'm really excited about this piece of equipment because the developers, the designers, the engineers at this facility in Wisconsin, they set up, I can't tell you how many different types of equipment, put all sorts of users on the equipment itself, and said, okay guys, tell us what you like and tell us what you don't like. And so what you see now is not just an afterthought process. There are literally thousands of hours of research and design that have gone into this machine to develop what I consider to be, if there is such a perfect thing, a perfect elliptical motion. So I'm not leaning back as often I feel like as I am on other machines. I'm not having to incline forward as I do on many machines at my local gym, but rather this is just such a comfortable position for me. I just like it. And so another thing that I really like about this machine, because I've been on so many different types, of course this is a suspension, right? So you can see the arms and everything are actually hanging here. It's really low mount, so I don't have to step up very high, which that's not such a huge deal. But I know on some of the machines that I've been on in times past, they're rear drive. I personally like the front drive better because I don't have all of that bulkiness at the back of the machine. It's just shorter footprint inside of your home or the area where you're planning to put this in your office. And it's just really easy to get up on here, okay? Another thing that I like is the distance of the pedals. Now, this may be a moot point to a lot of folks, but these pedals are really close. I believe this does have the 6-star certification, and we won't go into that now for the sake of time. But this is the natural. So you don't want a machine, where your feet are spread really far apart, because you don't walk around like this, right? Nor do you want to run like that. You want your legs and your feet close together, as they are, planted firmly underneath your shoulders. So we want to maintain that straight, natural posture. Now, once I crawl on this machine, one of the first things that I notice is just the smoothness of it. It has a really heavy flywheel, which is important in maintaining that smooth motion. If I press the start button, I'm not sure of the number of workouts. We'll grab the literature and check and see, but there are many preset workouts. I'm the type of guy I just like to get on, press the start button and go to it. If I want more resistance, I press the up button. If I want less resistance, I go down. If you're one of these folks that enjoy using the preset workouts, there are many to choose from on here. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is this one is equipped with the Sprint 8. And of course, the Sprint 8 was developed by a doctor who recognized that, hey, if we have scientific research to say, you know what, if we can get a user's heart rate up to, a certain point for X amount of time, and then we have a cool down, and then we have the heart rate up, and we have the cool down, this Sprint 8 system has been proven scientifically. And as a matter of fact, I was talking to one of the product managers, Anthony, who works here at Horizon and Vision, and Anthony said, Brad, I can personally attest to in 8 weeks or whatever the period is that I lost, X amount of pounds, X number of inches on my weight just by doing the Sprint 8. So, and I believe Anthony was doing that on one of the Vision treadmill machines. So there's certainly some benefit into that. And you can just Google Sprint 8 if you'd like to learn more, or visit the horizonfitness.com website. So another thing that I really like about this suspension machine, you can increase the incline. And I would encourage you to do that, because when you change the incline, you do change the motion of the elliptical, the stride length. So it may become a slightly shorter length by changing that incline. And the benefit of that is we're utilizing different muscles in your body. So you want to create that muscle confusion, right? You don't want to use the same muscles every day, all day, because your body will build up a resistance to that during the exercise process. So doing the incline and the decline is certainly beneficial. The resistance simply notates how hard you have to work, and you can really crank the resistance up. And again, my favorite about this is it's all low impact. So I don't have to worry about, I can go an hour solid on this machine, and once I get off, I have zero back problems, my legs, my joints, my knees. I have no issues whatsoever. So if you're someone who experiences the same issue, or you'd like to have a different type of workout versus a treadmill or a rowing machine or a bike, I'd highly encourage taking a look at this suspension system that Vision offers. You can tell I'm out of shape and I'm out of breath, but that's okay. Another thing that I like about this machine personally is it has these variable height handlebars. I don't know why more people don't do this, or more manufacturers. So, if you'd like to grab these bars here or move on up high, you can certainly do that. Now, as I'm doing my workout, I'll actually go backwards as well as forward. You want to work out those top leg muscles, and then you could switch up and go in the opposite direction too. Now, one final thing that I want to point out that I've noticed on the machine that I use at my local gym at home, my toes actually go to sleep. If I stay on the machine for an entire hour, I have toe sleep right at the front. And the problem is it's not with my toes. My feet are fine, but it's in the machine itself. And so the engineers at Vision have figured out how to do that. The machine that I use doesn't have the correct spacing of the pedal. It also doesn't have the correct arch on the pedal, and it doesn't have the correct tilt on the pedal. So my feet are almost just sitting flat all the time, which is why my toes go numb over a period of time. You're just cutting that blood off over and over and over. With this particular Vision machine, you can go that full hour. You don't have to worry about your toes falling to sleep. You get really good blood circulation, to the lower extremities, because if you look from a side view here, maybe Rachel can get that. This pedal is actually sitting flat, horizontal, and this one is actually tipped at an angle. And so as my feet travel around in this elliptical pattern, it follows the natural motion. See, the back of my foot tends to go up as I lift my leg. The front of my foot tends to go down, and these pedals just really follow. Guys, this is one of the most comfortable machines that I've been on in a really long time. So anyway, enough about that. I can't tell you how excited I was when I walked into this facility and I saw this machine. I think price-wise, it's a $2,500, $3,000 machine, but to me, it's certainly worth it when you're investing in your health. If it's a machine that you're planning to purchase and just, use it for a couple, 3 months, don't waste your time and energy. Buy something much less expensive and save your money. But if you're serious about your health and having something that's low impact, really good quality, that's going to be with you and your family for years to come, then in my opinion and in our opinion at fitnessequipmentsource.com, this Vision machine certainly gives the competition a run for the money. Okay? So anyway, if you have more questions, you could certainly visit our website at www.fitness-equipment-source.com. Thanks so much for your time.